Guys, what are we doing here? What are we doing here not putting Chael Sonnen in the Hall of Fame? Of course, his fight with Anderson Silva is in the Hall of Fame now, so technically he's in the Hall of Fame, but individually, as a fighter, why is Chael Sonnen not in the Hall of Fame? Let me give you some facts here, all right? Before Chael Sonnen, we saw beef in the MMA. We saw build-ups for fights going on. We saw opponents getting pissed at each other. We saw opponents fucking calling each other a fucking bitch ass motherfucker. We saw all that, but Chael Sonnen was the first to bring manufactured beef into the UFC, into the promotion of fights. Tell me if there was someone before Chael Sonnen that did that. Chael Sonnen came in, started doing that, started talking shit about Anderson Silva, talking shit about Brazil, saying like crazy shit. And look at what happened. Anderson Silva versus Chael Sonnen 2 was the biggest fight in UFC history at the time. And then look what happened after that. After Chael Sonnen brought that shit into the UFC, we got Conor McGregor. I don't think we would have Conor McGregor if Chael Sonnen didn't exist. I swear to God. Maybe we would have Conor McGregor, coming into the UFC and putting on some great performances. I don't think Conor would be what he was on the mic without Chael Sonnen, without seeing what Chael Sonnen did. Dude, people saw what Chael Sonnen did with the promotions of his fights, and they said, hey, that's how you fucking sell fight. That's how you make money. That's how you get fan. That's how you do. That's how you do it. They saw that, and they said, okay, I'm going to take my great fighting ability, and I'm also going to work on my skills on the mic, because that's what sells. That's what Conor McGregor saw that shit. I guarantee you Conor McGregor took notes from Chael Sonnen and he brought it into his UFC career. And without Chael Sonnen, we wouldn't have gotten a character like Colby Covington. Now, we probably could have done without Colby Covington, but Colby sold some pay-per-views. He sold some big fights. And, of course, you can't just rely on your skills on the mic to sell fights. You actually have to be good too. You actually have to win fights. And Chael Sonnen did that. But if you look at Chael Sonnen's career, 5 fights into his UFC career, he got a title fight. And 3 of those wins, the 3 before he got the title fight, were decision wins. We don't see many guys getting a title fight, 5 wins into their UFC career. And especially coming off of 3 decision wins. We don't see that a lot. And, Chael Sonnen used his words, his skills on the mic to fast track him there. Now, guys, I'm going to say, we wouldn't be seeing some of the athletes we've seen after Chael Sonnen. I'm going to say the UFC wouldn't be as big as it is today if it wasn't for Chael Sonnen. The entertainment level of the UFC and the saleability skyrocketed after Chael Sonnen. Now, you could argue it was for the worse. You could argue what he did was bad, that he made people see that they could just be a character and sell fights. But it made the sport huge. He was one of the driving forces that made the sport what it is today, one of the driving forces that made it huge. He should be in the Hall of Fame because of that, what he did to build the sport to what it is today, and also because he was actually pretty good. He was a good title contender. He beat guys like Brian Stann. He beat Michael Bisping. Wins over those guys. Those are big wins. He was the biggest star at the time of his rise. He fought for the title twice in the middleweight division, and then he fought John Jones at light heavyweight. That didn't go well. But man, he was a legend in more ways than one. He changed the sport, put him in the Hall of Fame, in my opinion. Only people that were actually good can be in the Hall of Fame. we're actually only people that were actually really good can be in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, fuck you, motherfucker. Fuck you, bitch. No, okay, I kind of agree on that front. But like I said, Chael Sonnen was actually good. And he changed the sport. Come on. Don't just ignore that shit. What do you guys think about that? Because, damn, just give the man his fucking flowers. Give him some recognition for what he did. He tried really hard. He tried really hard to sell his fights, to make him as big as possible. And what does he get? He gets, well, actually, he got a lot out of it, but not recognition in the Hall of Fame would be amazing and would be right to do for Chael Sonnen, in my opinion. Hey, guys, speaking of Hall of Famers, I want to talk about Daniel Cormier real quick, okay? Because Daniel Cormier fought at heavyweight and light heavyweight. We all know this. But, you know, we see him fight at heavyweight. You obviously look at him and you say, this guy's a fat fuck. Like, you know, obviously you see him step into the cage at heavyweight and you say, this guy's a fat fuck. That's the first thing that goes through your mind when you see him step in at heavyweight. And then, you know, when he fought at light heavyweight, fought for the title a few times, won the title at light heavyweight and heavyweight. You see him step into the light heavyweight, you say, this guy's a chubby little fuck. This guy's a chubby little fuck stepping in there at light heavyweight. You know, he had a little chub on him. He did look a lot more trim than heavyweight, obviously. But, you know, he still had some damn body fat on his fucking body. Like, how, you know, he definitely could have cut a little more weight. And that brings me to this topic I want to bring here. Could Daniel Cormier have actually fought at middleweight? He says he couldn't. He says light heavyweight was the lowest he could get down to. The lowest he could get down to was 205. And even at 205, you know, he cheated, you know, pushing down on the towel. And obviously Daniel Cormier was a dedicated athlete. He put a lot of time into his camps, a lot of time into training. We all know, especially now, Daniel Cormier loves food. He's always said he loved food. Could Daniel Cormier have fought at middleweight if he was more strict with his diet, like a lot of other fighters are? Listen, I'm not taking anything away in terms of Daniel Cormier and his training regimen. I know he worked hard, just like every other, you know, title contender, champion does. They all work hard. But I'm pretty damn sure Daniel Cormier was not as motivated and dedicated when it came to his diet. I think that motherfucker wanted to eat. I think that motherfucker wanted to eat everything in sight. Shit, he sits down next to a fucking chocolate cake. He's going to eat the whole damn thing, even if he's cutting down to light heavyweight. He can't fucking help his damn self. He sits down for a fucking, you know, he's at a bonfire with his family. He sees some fucking marshmallows and chocolate next to him, some graham crackers. He's gonna eat all those. He's gonna eat all those fucking shits. He's gonna eat the damn whole box of graham crackers, whole thing of chocolate, whole thing of marshmallow. Like, dude, he just loves food. You look at him step in at light heavyweight. He has some chub. What if he was committed with his diet and getting down to 185? Dude, I think, in my opinion, he could have fought at 185. And imagine DC at 185. Whoa. He's 5'10". I'm 6 feet tall. I'm weighing 190 right now. Obviously, Daniel Cormier, you know, is bulkier than me. I'm a fucking skinny little fuck. Look at my arms, bro. I'm a fucking skinny little bitch. You know, Daniel Cormier is bigger bone than me. But, come on, dude. Dedicate yourself to your damn diet. Get down to 185. Be a beast at 185. And, dude, I think at 185 he would have looked, like, perfect. You know, I think he would still have some fucking body fat on him. If we're being honest. And then you look at other guys fighting at heavyweight, and you think, yo, those guys could at least cut down to light heavyweight. Guys like Mark Hunt, Tai Tuivasa, Chris Barnett, and you know, for sure, Roy Nelson. You're telling me Roy fucking Nelson couldn't cut down to 205? Look at this motherfucker. Look at this motherfucker. Dude, this guy's huge. This guy's as big as a damn balloon. And I'm not talking a fucking balloon you buy at the Dollar Tree. I'm talking a fucking hot air balloon, motherfucker. This guy was huge. And listen, all of these guys train hard. I'm not taking that away from them, but look at them, bro. They're athletes, and they're just not committed to a diet. They don't want to fucking cut down to a weight where they would fight their best at. DC's at the top of the list because he's the most accomplished out of all these fat guys. Let's just call it what it is. They're fat guys. What do you guys think? Was DC's limit really 205, or do you think if he had some more commitment to his diet, he could have fought at 185? Because I really think he could have fought at 185. It's crazy to me, motherfucker. Guys, last podcast episode, I talked about Conor McGregor, and I kind of looked at his entire UFC career and all of his individual fights and tried to pinpoint where exactly it went wrong for him. Honestly, like, my evaluation of his career was kind of ass, and I didn't really give a lot of insight, but, you know, I was giving my thoughts on what I could remember of Conor McGregor at the time of each fight I was talking about. And I got some comments, and let's read the comments from the last episode. White Lion, I think that's how you pronounce it, says, how many videos are going to be made about this dude? He's pretty much retired. Just let him go. LOL. Yeah, I mean, he's done, but it's still fun to talk about him because, dude, like, we're not talking about his fighting anymore. We're talking about his fucking personal life now. That's what it's come to with Conor McGregor. You know, he's a personality as well as, well, he's a former fighter now, but he's also a personality, and he's fucking entertaining outside of the cage. You know, that's what people are talking about now, and he's still staying relevant over shit he's doing outside of the cage. So I don't know. I just felt like I wanted to talk about him and, you know, talk about, you know, analyze his career in the UFC and see where things started taking a turn. So, yeah. Next comment, cunt of a thing. Cunt of a thing. Obviously, this is a Conor McGregor fan. He says, all dudes send dick pics for fuck's sake. LOL. Dude, yeah. All guys send dick pics, bro. It's a normal thing. Yeah, it's a normal thing, but not all guys send dick pics to people that aren't their fucking wife. Not all guys send dick pics to women that aren't their damn wife when they're fucking married. All guys don't send dick pics to rappers that they barely know or don't know when they're married with a wife and 4 children at home. A lot of guys in that situation don't send dick pics, in my opinion. All right? So, dude, I'm the fact that Conor is doing this shit with a wife and kids, that really, like, rubs me the wrong way. I really don't like that. And a lot of people don't talk enough about this. And I know there are some comments coming up that, you know, refer back to this, so let's keep going. Josh Hunslar 9700 says, Conor's been different since Poirier hit him in the forehead. Yeah, I don't think that's exactly where things went wrong for him, though. That's, you know, the Conor of old was already gone at that point. I'm pretty sure, if I'm giving my opinion. But, dude, that punch to the forehead was funny. Like, you don't see a lot of guys get buzzed. Bro was buzzed by a punch to the forehead, straight to the forehead. You could see his eyes go a little bit, his legs go, and then, you know, DP had the follow-up shots. Conor was buzzed like a bitch from that punch to the forehead. Dude, square in the middle of the forehead. That's funny as shit. Keith Casey 973 says, I'm assuming his fiance is really only hanging in there for the money. She could get money she could get from their marriage. It was amazing how she stuck by him and supported him through his come up, but he's openly disrespecting her at this point. Dude, exactly. I hate this shit. I hate that he's doing this when he's married. She was with him when he was broke as shit on welfare. She stuck with him. Now she has these fake, veneers. She got all this work done to her body. That's beside the damn point. I don't know why I said that. I respect the woman. I feel bad for her. I don't know why the fuck I said that. But yeah, dude, I feel bad for her ass. She stuck with him, gave him 4 children, and now he's doing all this shit. Motherfuck. Rito the OG says the Floyd fight hands down is where it went wrong. He spent all the time preparing for a boxing match, vacates his belts, and gets welcomed back to the UFC with the worst matchup possible stylistically. Pretty sure at that point all of the hunger was gone, so he made so much money from that Floyd fight, and he isn't going to find that type of limelight in the UFC. You might be right about this. I said right after the Jose Aldo fight, where he unified his featherweight belt, was where things started to really take a turn, because he was huge. He became huge at that point, and I think there is a lot of truth to that. But yeah, the Floyd fight, he got stupid money from that. You might be right with this point. Like, that's probably that may have been the real final nail in the coffin for Conor McGregor, but who knows, really? Who knows? We're not seeing his personal life up close. Who damn knows? This is all just speculation, bro. You might be right, though. Your granny's thong says, not gonna lie, that Sonnen voice was pretty damn good. But you spend so much time on things people are doing, rambling on about everything except McGregor. Yeah, dude, like I said, I don't think I did that great of a job analyzing his damn career in the last episode, but yeah, thanks for the compliment on my Chael Sonnen voice. Guys, Alex Pereira versus Israel Adesanya. Now, guys, are we going to see that fight eventually at light heavyweight? Guys, I'm bringing this information to you because I really want to know. I'm asking you guys for your opinions. Guys, when you see Israel... See, I don't know what the fuck... Like, Israel and fucking Alex Pereira aren't going to fight at light heavyweight, dude. That's just my go-to thing when I'm doing the Chael Sonnen voice. Alex Pereira versus Israel Adesanya, because he always used to talk about them a lot, and that's one of the things I heard him say. But yeah, dude. My fucking Chael Sonnen impression, I've been working on it. Conor McGregor. You see him cheating on his wife. You see him sending dick pics to women that aren't his wife. You see him doing all this. Guys, I can't stop looking at Conor's hammer. Guys, I log on to X, and first thing I see is Conor McGregor with his manhood hanging out and a weight tied around it. Now, guys, I bring this information to you because when I saw that picture, I was really perplexed. I didn't know what to think, and guys, I'm someone that don't... Okay, I'm going to stop there. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Vaporize10 says, finally a man with some emotional intelligence who understands there's no way in hell D is okay with the way Conor is behaving. Yeah, dude. See? Another guy that gets it here. It's just been a thing that's like really been bothering me about Conor McGregor's bullshit. The fact that he's cheating on his wife. Like, what the fuck? I don't like that shit. He's on my shit list now, and I'm sure he would be sad to hear that he's on Andy P's shit list. Thanks for watching, guys. I know I have some, subscribers that stick around and are interested in what I'm uploading. We're still growing fast as shit. We're the fastest growing MMA podcast on YouTube in the world. And I thank you guys for that. Please stick around. I seriously appreciate anybody that is sticking around and actually wants to hear what I say about what's going on in the MMA world. I really do appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, if you're new and you're this far into the video, that's fucking wild. If you are, subscribe, leave a like, that helps. Ding the notification bell so you get notified when I drop another banger-ass video. I'm going to be releasing a few non-podcast videos soon, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, guys, I mean, thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for helping me out here. Have a good day.